What's going on? What is going on? What is going on, everybody? It's your boy Royal King Brian, aka Brian, and you guys are now back watching another live video. So we are back to back, just like Drizzy said. So we did a live yesterday. We're doing another live today, and I have another video dropping tomorrow. So again, we are back on the road to working, creating content for you guys. So just want to say thank you guys once again as the channel keeps growing. Thank you to our new subscribers. Tiffany has been one of the new subscribers. I believe she's from Arizona. And just want to say shout out to Tiffany because she's always commenting and supporting on our channel. So just a quick shout out to Tiffany from Arizona. Yeah, I believe you're from Arizona. But yeah, y'all. So y'all already know how we do these lives. We basically get on here, we talk about a topic. And today's topic is something that I'm really interested in. And I actually really want your feedback. So whether you're watching this live today, you're watching this live later on, and you're watching this live at a later point, right? I actually would like to see your feedback in the comment section because I would like to make a response video to this one, right? So today we're going to be talking about the hidden powers of failing. The hidden powers of failing. And how is it that so many people see failing as a negative thing? So many people see failing as a point of like, I'm not even going to try because I'm scared to fail. And how to take that idea of failure, how to take that my dog just came in the room. Sorry about that. Hi, Winter. All right. So how to take that failing of fear and just switch that to a positive. And that's what we're going to talk about today, guys. So if you guys are interested, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe if you're new to the channel. Our channel is growing. We're on the road to 2K, 2,000 subscribers. So let's talk about it. Only because you have failed before, does not mean that you're going to fail again. Only because you have failed at something, because you think that you have failed at something, because someone has told you, oh, Brian, you failed at this, or XYZ, you failed at this, that creates insecurity in yourself, right? Insecurity in yourself. And you're like, oh, you know what? I'm not going to do that anymore, right? I'm not going to do that anymore because I failed at it. And what you have to learn is that failing, right? The only person who knows if they failed at something is you. It doesn't matter what other people think. It doesn't matter what other people's perspective of your goals, of your ambitions, of your desires are, right? The only person whose desires matter, whose goals matter, whose ideas matter is yourself. So while some people might think that you fail at something, you might actually be succeeding, right? So I was dealing with that myself as I was growing my business, as I was starting my business. People would see it as a failure and they're like, oh, Brian, yeah, you have your business, but when are you going back to work? Brian, you have a business, but are you looking for a job? Because so I was succeeding. I never saw that as a failure. I never saw it as a failure. So again, only you can determine whether you're winning or you're failing at something. But now let's talk about what is it if you are failing? What is it if you are failing? And how to know if you're actually failing, because what stops most people from succeeding, what stops most people from growing, what stops most people from actually improving their life and improving their circumstances is not failing itself. It's the fear of failing. Most people stop themselves before they even start. Most people stop themselves from pursuing a goal, pursuing a passion, pursuing a dream before they even start. It's all right here. It's all mental. Let me turn off this thing because people are texting me, right? So, oh man, my flow is blowing up. All right. So what stops most people is themselves, their self-conscious thought, right? Most people, I want to do this. I want to be an actor. I want to get a better job. Oh, maybe I'm not qualified for that better job. Why would I even try? Because why would they pick me? Out of all people, why would they pick me? I want to become a musician. What are the chances? What are the likelihood of me being a musician? What if I start a business and it doesn't work? I want to start a business though. I really do want to start a business. I'm going to start a business. You know what? I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not going to start the business. And that's how most people, majority of the people live their life. You do not want to be like that, right? Because you will never succeed unless you start trying. So what is it that gives people this mindset? I appreciate the 2 thumbs up right now. I appreciate y'all for sure, for sure. So why is it that majority of the people think like this? Not everybody in the world thinks like this, but majority of the people do. And why is that? That is basically because we have been taught to fear failure. We have been taught in society, in the world, in school, and your parents, your family has taught you to be afraid of failing. What do I mean by that? If you go to school, right? If you go to school, your expectations is to go to school and get good grades. Your expectations is to go to school and pass so you could pass, right? Pass the standard that they have set up for you in order for you to go up. And that means that you're succeeding, right? Now, what happens if you fail a grade, right? Now people look at you as a disappointment. People look at you as a failure. People look at you and be like, I knew that person wasn't going to make it. Only because you fail at something doesn't mean that your life is over. All you have to do is improve, but society shames on you when you fail. Society gives you F's like, oh, you tried really hard, you got an F. They don't reward effort. And not everybody is going to get it on the first try. Not everybody's going to get it on the first try. Does that mean you have to stop? Does that mean that you have to shame the other person? Oh, you got an F. Horrible. People see that, oh, as motivation. That's not motivation. That's not encouragement. That's like if somebody falls on the floor and you laugh at them and you're like, oh, I'm only laughing at you so you don't fall again. No, that's not how society should be working, right? That is not how life should be working. That's not how a support system, friends or family should be doing you, right? They should be like, oh, get up. Why is it that you fell? Let's figure it out together so you don't have to fall again. And instead of laughing at you, so you could be like, oh, I'm getting upset, I'm never going to fail again. They encourage you and they teach you, right? School does not teach you how to overcome failure. What they'll do is just leave you back and you start again. Instead of saying, no, this is what you did wrong, let's figure it out together. Tutoring, unless you're tutoring one-on-one, you're not going to learn, right? There's too many people with too many distractions, with too many problems of their own, right? Your parents as well. I need you to bring 100. I need you to bring 100. I need you to bring 100. What happens if you bring an 85? An 85 is not bad, but you're going to look as a failure, right? And that's going to make you either 2 things. It's going to make you want to do better, but most likely it's going to make you like, oh, you know what? I'm never going to get 100. I don't really care about this no more, which is how I would take a lot of things, right? So I'm one of those people that I'm either all in or all out. And there are many people like that. If I'm going and I'm like, okay, I'm going to try to get 100. I don't think I could get it. I'll be satisfied with getting an 85 or 80, right? But people will see that as, oh, you didn't get the 100, right? So I would see that as, you know what? I don't care about this thing anymore. And that's how society works. So society teaches you to fear failing when failing is a part of growth. Failing is how you learn. When you're a baby, you fall down many times. You fall, you get up, you adjust, right? You fall, you get up, you adjust. Sooner or later, you have 1 step. You fall down again, but you're making progress. Sooner or later, you have 5 steps. You fall down again. And what is it? When you're a baby, people encourage you. Oh, no, get up, get up, get up. When you're a baby, people encourage you. They encourage you. They clap for you. Oh, my kid, he just took 5 steps. They're so proud, right? Even though you fell way more falling than you did walking, right? When you're learning how to ride a bike, you fall down many times riding a bike. You fall down so many times riding a bike, but you getting that 5 pedals in, you don't even know how to ride a bike yet. You're just getting 5 pedals in. I appreciate the 5 likes. People encourage that. So why is it as we get older, as society gets older, people don't encourage those 5 pedals anymore? Why is it that when you go to school and you get a 90 or you get an 80, people look down on that? You ain't get 100 though. You ain't get an A plus in college. You should have got an A. You could get an A. Man, getting a B plus, maybe that person was going through a hard time. Maybe that person had other problems, and maybe a B or a C plus is enough, right? For them, right? For them. And if you want the person to do more, instead of bringing them down, you should encourage them, right? So the hidden powers of failing is that exactly. You take what people tell you and you say, hey, what? Your expectations, your problems are not my problems and are not my expectations. You have to learn how to walk and run and crawl at your own pace. You have to learn how to drive in your own lane. You have to learn how to do your things in your own pathway and forget about society's standards, right? I don't live my life caring about what society thinks. I care about what I think, what my partner think, what my dog thinks, right? But most importantly, what I think and what I want for myself, right? Society standard is to go to college so you can get a good job. I don't want to go to college because I don't want to get a good job. I don't care about having a job at all. I want self freedom. I want to live life on my own terms, right? So why is it again that most people think like this? Most people think like this because they probably have already tried something and they failed at it. Most people probably have already tried something. Most people, especially your parents and like your grandparents, people that are older than you, they have probably tried a couple of things already in life. They probably were trying to be an actor. They probably was trying to be a dancer. They probably was trying to make it in Hollywood. They probably was trying to make it in the big city in New York City. And it just didn't work out for them, right? For whatever reason, it just never happened for them, right? So they put their fears on you, on the next person. They put their experience on you, on the next person. Hey, you're gonna be actor, man. I was acting like 20 years ago. I was trying to make it in acting 20 years ago, and I was really good, and I didn't make it. So you should have a backup plan. You should have a plan B. Only because you fail at something doesn't mean that I will, right? Only because you didn't succeed in something doesn't mean that I will. There are many people, who have failed at something and then have figured it out later on, right? And also, only because you were great at it, only because you was amazing at this one thing and you still didn't make it, doesn't mean that that's going to be the case for everybody else. Maybe you were great at acting, but you lacked networking skills. Maybe you were a great dancer, but you didn't know how to talk to people in order to get the right connections. Maybe you knew how to talk to people, but you were not that skilled. Maybe you're an amazing baseball player, but you just don't have the height. Maybe you're an amazing basketball player, but you couldn't get into a college to get recruited. Maybe the college that you into, right, just didn't have recruits coming in, no matter how skilled you were. There are many, many reasons why some people make it and why some people don't. But does not mean that you should stop. The fear of failure should not stop you, right? The fear of failure should not stop you, because if you try, you're going to get a lot further than you never try. If you try, you will get a lot further than if you have never tried at all. And I'm the type of person, I'd rather try. I don't know about you guys. I'd rather try at something and fail at something, right? And enjoy that process than to stay home and live in my head with what if? What if? What if I tried? What if I went to that audition? What if I went to that practice? What if I uploaded that video? That to me is worse than going, trying, and failing, right? I'd rather fail trying to succeed than succeed at doing nothing. I'd rather fail at trying to succeed than succeed at doing nothing, right? That's why I take big risks. Somebody had told me a couple of months ago, it's like, Brian, you're very ambitious. You just like go for things, right? And while that may not be the case for a lot of people, the reason I do that myself is because, again, I'd rather try. I cannot live my life thinking on the bed every single day, man, I could have got that job if I wanted to, but I didn't even try to apply for, man, I probably could have had it, right? Or maybe I could have tried for the audition and I think I would have got it, but I didn't try out for the audition. Man, I could have started this business and it would have been wonderful. The idea that I had for my business would have been amazing. I would have had the best business ever, but I didn't try to do the business. So I'm just in my bed talking about what ifs. I don't want to live my life with what ifs. I don't want to live my life with regret, right? I cannot regret something that I tried doing and I failed at it, but I can regret things that I never attempted, right? Again, I wanted to be a baseball player. It didn't work out, but guess what? I enjoyed all those years of playing in the little league. I enjoyed playing in high school, right? I enjoyed all those years of playing baseball, and that's times that I do not regret at all. I wanted to be a musician at a certain point. I got way further than I thought I was going to get when I started. When I started, I did not think I was going to do shows. I did not think my music was going to get played on the radio. I still have my music on Apple Music, Spotify, Pandora to this day. I would have never thought about that I would still be getting paid off my music, right? Now in 2021, I tried. And while I didn't succeed by society standards, society gonna be like, you never made it as a rapper, you never made it as a musician. In my eyes, I made it just by trying, right? I made it just by trying. Starting a business, it's been ups, it's been downs. There's days that has been great, there's days that has been horrible. There's months that has been amazing, there's months that I make no money. There's years that I make a lot of money, there's years that I make less. But I have been enjoying the process, right? I have been enjoying the process and I have been learning. I have been growing. I have been meeting new people, talking to new people, and I have helped so many people make money off social media, right? So I don't want to live my life with what ifs, what ifs, what ifs. Now, I have a question for you guys, and you guys can leave it down in the comment section. Again, whether you're watching it right now or you're watching this later, what is something that you wanted to do in your life that you thought that you would have been great at, that you would have excelled at, that you would have been amazing at, and you just never tried? You just never went for it. You just never did it for whatever the reason is. Let me know down in the comment section, right? Let me know in the comment section. What is something that you would have thought like, hell, I would have done that. I would have been great at it, but I just never did it for whatever. Let me know in the comment section, right? Let me know in the comment section. And how do you feel about that? Do you regret that, right? Because there's certain things that, yeah, it's time sensitive. There's certain things that are time sensitive you can no longer do. But what you can do is find a new goal, find a new goal, find a new passion, find a new purpose, and be like, you know what? I'm never going to let that happen to me again. And now you can have a new goal, right? You can have a new goal. And now you have that memory of, I regret not trying out for this. So I am going to try out for everything else, right? So I'll tell you right now, everybody that has been super successful has failed big time at something else, right? I'm reading this book right now, right? I'm reading this book right now by Ryan Serhant, right? He's from New York. He wasn't born in New York, but he lives in New York right now. He is the biggest real estate broker, the biggest real estate agent in New York. So if you're from my city, you're from New York, and you see this guy, just know that's Ryan Serhant, right? So in his book, he talks about he wanted to become an actor. He moved to New York to become an actor, not a real estate agent, right? He never became an actor, right? He moved to New York and it just wasn't working out, right? Things were not working out. He was not getting auditions, and when he wasn't getting paid for it. And as you guys know, you got to pay the bills. So he took up selling real estate as a job in order to fund his acting career. He took up real estate as a job in order to fund his acting career. What happened was he became a real estate agent. That was not his passion, but he was like, you know what? I need to make something happen for myself. And he didn't make any excuses. He became a real estate agent. He started selling stuff. He started selling real estate. No connections, no network, no family, no friends. He moved to New York City by himself, right? What happened? He became so good at selling real estate that he auditioned to be a real estate agent on a TV show. Remember, he moved to New York to be famous, to become an actor. While auditioning for a TV show is not really being in a movie, you're still going to be on TV and you're still going to be acting out a part. And guess what? No friends, no family, no connections, right? He auditioned and he got the job. And now he is on Bravo Network, the top real estate agent in New York, right? And he is on a TV show called $1 Million Listings New York. He is on a TV show called $1 Million Listing in New York, right? So he took one dream. It wasn't working out. Society told him, yo, you failing at your dream. He became a real estate agent. People said, oh, you gave up on trying to be an actor. You failed. You failed. In his eyes, he didn't see it as a failure. He said, you know what? I have to go do something else. I'll try to get back to that later on. And while it might have not been Hollywood films, he found a way to get in there through real estate, right? I didn't make it into music, right? By society standards, right? But if it wasn't for music, if it wasn't for me learning the skills that I was learning as a musician, being on stage, talking to people, not being afraid of talking to a crowd, I would not be a great business owner. right? I am a great business owner. I am great at being in front of a camera because I learned all those skill sets while I was trying to be a musician. He learned all those skill sets, right? He learned all those skill sets on how to sell himself to a T-Week network as he was auditioning for acting jobs. And while he wasn't getting the acting jobs, he was still learning a skill that put him on TV, that put him on the Bravo network. And now he is the #1 real estate agent in New York, Ryan Serhant. And I love the dude. And now he got 2 books. So I'm always supporting people who are trying to become the best version of themselves. So I have a question for you guys, right? I have a question for you guys. Growth comes from failing. Society does not determine if you have failed at something. Only you can determine that. I just want to know in the comment section, what is something that you have decided you are going to do now in 2021? What is something that you're going to chase, that you are going to pursue, that you're going to go after? Doesn't matter what the world tells you. Doesn't matter what your family tell you, what your coworkers tell you, what your friends tell you, society, social media. It doesn't matter what nobody tells you. What is something that you're going to pursue relentlessly until you make it happen? What is that? Let me know in the comment section, right? Also, I am curious, is there something that you always wanted to do that you were never able to accomplish, right? Is there something that you always wanted to do, but you didn't try it and now you regret it? It's okay, because again, you can start again today. You can start again tomorrow, right? You can start again tomorrow. And it doesn't have to be like me. It didn't have to be music. Now I'm a business owner. For him, it wasn't acting. Now he's the #1 real estate agent. Only because he had a dream of doing something doesn't mean that you cannot be successful in something else. So let me know down in the comment section, what is something that you regret not chasing? And what is something that you are going to pursue from now on? And you're not going to limit yourself by your fear. Fear is a good thing. If you're not failing at something, it's because you're not trying hard enough. If you're winning at every single thing, if you're winning, it's because you're not pushing yourself. You're not trying hard enough, right? I remember when I was trying to move to California, we were looking at different homes and different houses, and everybody told us no. When I had moved from my grandma's house in New York and I was going to Riverdale, where I was living in Riverdale, we looked at so many apartments, and everybody told us no. I could have just stopped right there. I could have been like, you know what, I'm staying at my grandma's house. Eventually, we kept going, pushing through the failure, pushing through rejection, and we got that apartment in Riverdale, right? Same thing in California. When I came to visit, I had 1 week. I had 1 week to find an apartment. The first 4 days, everything was no, 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 no. I could have stopped. I could have been like, you know what? We just gonna stay in Riverdale. We're gonna stay in Riverdale another year, another 2 years. But no, we kept pushing. We kept pushing. And eventually, we got a yes. So use failure as motivation. You told me no today, but you're not going to tell me no tomorrow. And if you told me no tomorrow, you're not going to tell me no next week. Eventually, I'm going to get there. So keep pushing. Use failure as motivation. Do not use it as discouragement. Fall down, get back up, learn how to crawl, learn how to ride a bike, learn how to swim, learn how to be a better version of yourself. So once again, it's your boy Royal King Brian, aka Brian. I hope you guys enjoy this topic. Again, let me know down in the comment section. Subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. We're on the road to 2,000 subscribers, y'all. Leave a thumbs up. Peace, y'all. It's your boy Royal King Brian.